Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and today we are making Loaf, which is commonly known as Bofrot or Toogbei in many Ghanaian communities. So we'll first start by activating our yeast, and to activate that we use lukewarm water with 2 spoons of sugar. Mix it carefully and thoroughly until the sugar dissolves, and then now we're going to add our yeast. So this time we're using dry yeast. We'll add it to the sugar solution and then mix that also thoroughly until all the yeast dissolves. Now we'll set this aside for a couple of minutes for the yeast to activate. While doing that, we'll now mix our dry ingredients. So I have flour, which is the hard flour or the flour that is used to make bread. And we're going to use 1.5 cups of the flour. So you see me measuring our flour just to be sure we have exactly 1.5 cups. And in addition to the flour, we are also going to add other dry ingredients like sugar, a little bit of salt to taste, and then we'll mix all of this together. So I used a 1/4 cup of sugar. You can add sugar to your taste, and then also 1 teaspoon of salt. Then now I would add a little bit of nutmeg to it, just for flavor, just for the fragrance of it, and to make our buffalo smell nice. At this point, we would also want to check if our yeast is fully activated. So I place it on the heater because the weather is cold here. And yeah, our yeast have activated beautifully. So now we're going to mix the dry ingredients. Now I added a little bit of milk. This is totally optional. You can do it if you want. I just love the taste. So I added bits of milk, and then now finally added my yeast, activated yeast, and mixed it together to form a dough. So you can either add more water if it's too hard, or add some more flour if the dough is too soft, to get the consistency that you want for your buffalo. So I mixed it thoroughly until I got my needed consistency, and yeah, once that is done, you can also add just a little bit of margarine, very little. This is just 1 teaspoon of margarine to the mixed dough. And yeah, just that. You can add more if you want, but just 1 teaspoon is enough for me. So once you're done mixing, cover it nicely and place it in a warm place and for it to rise about double its size. So while my dough is resting, I'll be prepping my Hausa cocoa because I'll be having my Bofrot with Hausa cocoa this morning. And so I have 1 part of Hausa cocoa with 3 parts warm water. This has to be like lukewarm water. So I just mix it thoroughly with the cocoa flour, and then yeah, I'm good to go to start making my porridge and Bofrots. Once we are done mixing the cocoa flour, we'll set it aside and then now start preparing to fry our Bofrot. So I'll put a saucepan on fire and then would add some oil. I'll put this on medium heat, so for the oil to become hot enough for us to start frying our buffalo. And the oil needs to be hot enough, or else your buffalo would not rise nicely, or would not fry nicely. Let me put it that way. Now I check up on my Bofrot dough, and it has risen about twice its size, as you can see beautifully. So I'm going to mix it up for all the excess air trapped in it to get lost, and then we can start frying. So after mixing, I check if my oil is hot enough. Once it is, I'll start frying. And as you can see, you can learn how I dip the dough into the oil. I mean, I'm not an expert, so don't expect it to be professional enough, but yeah, for beginners you can do it this way as well. So nice stretchy dough into our oil. So I leave this to fry for a few minutes on like both sides while I turn it till they will become golden brown, which means that it's getting ready. I mean, you can let it brown even more if you like it that way. So while this was frying on the other side, I also started stirring my porridge. So I put it on medium heat and stirred for about 8 to 10 minutes. My breakfast is ready now, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.